stimulus checks. This is absolutely part of a government working as it should. And so, and Biden is not immune from that either. But it is as a response to what happened before he took office, and what sort of deficit we were sort of climbing out of.
Alan, I don't want to let this slide. I want to go back to something you said about. I think that you said basically that neither party is that impactful, or president is that impactful on the economy as a whole. You kind of said that and moved on. But you seem like you are interested in statistics. I'm just going to take like a stab. Just statistically speaking, you're probably not in the wealthiest 1% or 0.01% rate. You're not like a multimillionaire yourself.
No, but I make more than the American median wage at this point.
Okay,
it's
so
like 30,000.
Broadly within,
no shade.
Middle class. No. That's fine. Yeah. No. It's I asked that because what is abundantly clear, and this is going to hopefully help clear things up if you're undecided. What has become abundantly clear, like GT was saying, over the last like 40 years or so, is that this lie of trickle-down economics that's been perpetuated by the right or conservatives has increased wealth disparity and really, really harmed people like you and me who are not exorbitantly wealthy. So if you are trying to figure out economically which side, so to speak, is more likely to benefit you, I would say for sure, you want to vote Kamala.
No, I appreciate that. But like, this is where I'm confused. So I'm trying to take in voices from both sides, right? I'm reading Thomas Sowell for I guess we'll call it a conservative-leaning take on economics. And they say that through different liberal movements, in summary, not paraphrasing or blaspheming his words, because he's way more eloquent than I could ever be. But government intervention on either side in the economy, has specific intentions, that they're for specific intentions, but they have ramifications of unexpected or unexpected intentions in the end. So they're basically looking short-sighted at a problem because the presidency is only for 4 years, right? Or 6 years senator, 2 years congressperson. We're trying to fix the problems now and not trying to make a longer plan that exists longer than their presidency to set the next generation, next people up for success. So I hear that, and then you hear, I'm going to misquote people. I don't have my sources in front of me. I'm walking. But basically, in summary, I'm listening to both sides. Both of them are providing statistics and compelling arguments. But it's about results, and the results are both negative. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, we can say job growth, GDP, cost of living. Would you consider those fair metrics to mark leadership's success?
Those are so multifactorial. But I think, listen, you're really smart. You're clearly interested in these larger concepts in kind of an abstract way. But I think, again, you got to look right now at just the real practicalities for just this election. And again, the implications are huge, which is why women, people of color, people who are feeling vulnerable and at risk right now will implore you to vote blue. So I don't know if that helps you just kind of on a personal, very practical level.
Thank you.
No, it does. It does provide. It does provide insight. I appreciate it. So
yeah,
I appreciate those.
I didn't want to interrupt anyone. I just was, all of these things are really important, but in this, specific case as one versus the other, which one has a more pressing conflict?
So,
makes it kind of simple in my mind.
Okay, this is a hot take. Don't murder me. So
no, it's okay.
So Biden was the incoming incumbent, right? And what mostly throws me off is that now Kamala is the showrunner, right? Mm-hmm. And what is it? I don't have sufficient enough evidence, or I'm still doing research on what she would bring with her discuss post DNC, the economic plan she tweeted, or all these things.
Alan, but you know enough about the opposite party to know that it is bad for a bunch of different people, like perilously bad. You know enough about that other party to the point that you don't need to necessarily know anything more other than this guy tried to steal democracy one time. That's my initial read on that, is that that's not really a good argument. First of all, second of all, I've been using this go-to, and let me know if you think that this is reaching or not. I voted for Bernie Sanders both times in my primary, right? I didn't win. I'm not sure if you knew that. I didn't get my candidate, right? I was not psyched to vote for Hillary, nor was I psyched to vote for Biden, but I sure did. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't 100% on board with their policies, as much as I wasn't 100% on board with Biden, but I'm sorry, with Bernie, but like it was closer, right? I didn't get my choice. And so that does not change the fact that we're going up against somebody who is like objectively an on fire dumpster for not only democracy, but like American ideals and like the experiment of democracy.
Alan, Kamala is not some unknown entity, by the way, either, right? She's been vice president, which, but before that, if you look at her past, she's been a senator, she's been an attorney general.
District attorney, district attorney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So, and the other thing I was going to say is you strike me as the kind of person who is measured, intelligent, well-read, respectful. Which of the two candidates, you're talking about values and American values, which of the two candidates better embodies those values, in your opinion?
Embodies that all.
Has a single one.
No, if it's so. This is where it's we'll call it a conflict of what I think my values are. I have to recheck. And then I'll explain. I'll try to explain, and if it makes sense, no worries. I'll try. So, like, it's execution of what their campaign promises are. Not everybody does that. I heard previously in a conversation by the guy who was talking about field goal posts or whatever. Like, that was retarded, but that was unintelligent. Sorry of him to say that, but sorry, but I'm not trying to be kicked.
Keep going.
But okay, so the answer is character. So the answer is characterionic person. I will say I don't know her character because when I look up the stuff, the sources of material and her track record, I'm hearing embellished sides on both, and it's hard to give me like an objective stat. It's easier for Trump because
Alan,
he's got multiple.
Sorry.
I'm not trying to. I'm not leaning towards either. That's what bugs me.
That's why I don't think that you're being honest. Because here's the thing: when you're saying like, I can't see which of her policy or like what her character stands up. We have him on tape proudly bragging about grabbing women by the vagina and having been. No, I'm just gonna do this for a minute now and just keep a tally of character flaws. We're starting with the bus. Then we have him calling Mexicans rapists and murderers, and most recently saying that they're poisoning the blood of our people. A thing that fucking Schmittler said about my fucking relatives, by the way. He assaulted E. Jean Carroll and was found criminally liable, and then defamed his fucking victims. He slept with a porn star while his wife was pregnant. He is the most verbose, racist, homophobe, anti-Semite that you can we can just sit here. He wanted to nuke a hurricane, Alan. To sit here and go, well, how are we in the middle? I don't think you're being fucking honest here. As far as character goes, this guy is the most like narcissistic, antisocial, like criminal villain that there has ever been anywhere close to our presidency.
Also, Alan, if you're looking at who delivers on campaign promises, like literally the one thing he ran on, build the wall, how'd that go?
No, and also, I'm going to repeal Obamacare. Didn't do it. I'm going to replace it with something better. He said that every month for 4 years and didn't do it. He didn't deliver on shit. So again, but we're talking about character, and I'm going to push back on this because I don't think it's honest when people say like both are bad. No, both can be bad. One can be like
No, you're
nuclear
correct.
holocaust bad,
No,
and one
no,
is
you're
like rotten milk bad.
No, you're correct. You're correct.
Sure.
And then I agree. But this is my only hot take on Kamala or even President Obama in the past. And I don't know if it's not necessarily directed at them. I guess it. So like Kamala prided herself, and this is not. Wait, I'll preface this. I'm not trying to requote what Trump said at Chicago about in front of the black journalists. That's not what I'm trying to parrot. Because I'm mixed race. This is why it's me interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my background, I've had to navigate. Like, I'm obviously not white enough. I'm black and white mixed race, right? So I'm not black enough because how I sound, and I had to navigate this one way, and then so I appreciated Kamala as coming and championing that she's Indian American, and I appreciate Barack Obama when he was running as president as the mixed candidate. That was his term. But then both of them became the first blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that may not sound like a larger thing and may not have much substance to it, but I kind of feel a certain way about it. And that might not be, but overall, from the stuff that we're discussing, I lean towards Kamala on the character. But that one point, though, makes me feel like she's not being, it's disingenuous. I don't want to say her. I don't know who does this or who's marketing it, but if you say that you made an accolade of being the first Indian American district attorney and then attorney general, and then you're the first Indian American senator, right? Then why are you all of a sudden are you black?
She's always been both.
No.
But Alan,
does that make sense?
Of all people, I don't.
Well,
listen,
first doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's cool. I just want to know if that makes sense. That's
I don't
all.
think it does, and here's why. I don't know your lived experience. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I can like speak to you about this. I don't think that this is in line with what a lot of people are feeling who are mixed race. I don't think that you that identifying that somebody who is half Indian became the first Indian American district attorney and now is going to be not for nothing, the first Indian American woman president. You don't get to like say which is which. You're doing all of them.
No, I hear you. But I just want to get the hot take. To your character question, I lean towards to the left on that one because of that. But I have concerns because I just have concerns. The character itself, I agree.
Alan, let me tell you a story. I'm not gonna be quick. I'm just gonna tell you a story, okay?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
In October of 2020, what's his name? Breitbart. Help me out. Fucking
Andrew Breitbart?
no, Breitbart guy. Jesus Christ, my brain. I'm tired. Bannon, thank you. Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon was caught. Listen to me.
When you're talking about Trump, I know you're talking about Trump pardoning him. I disagree with that.
No.
There you go.
No. Sure, fine. I'm not even talking about that, dude. We're talking about character. We're talking about Steve Bannon was caught on tape in October of 2020 saying, "We're going to lie. Whatever, I'll play it for you if you'd like. We're going to say that the election is stolen. Doesn't matter if we're winning. Doesn't matter if we're losing. We're going to say that the election was stolen." This is October. November rolls around. All of the mail-in ballots get checked late in the night. They add them to the tally. Guess what happens? Election stolen. This is election fraud. Millions of votes. They manufactured them. 61 court cases found nothing. Some of those, didn't even go to court because there was such little evidence. They were saying